Second time's a winner. Okay, welcome to briefing on Tuesday the 14th. Internet went down just right at the moment I started the briefing. Don't know what that was about. Right. Well, we flew yesterday. There was a bit of sort of scepticism in the morning and everybody went home, but it did clear at about midday, 1 o'clock, and we did some aerotowing in the afternoon. I think it's a similar sort of feel to the air, maybe a little clearance a little bit earlier. It's the same sort of picture where you're dragging in moisture from the south. And it will slowly clear up from the south, go to sort of low cloud, and then that will just evaporate and hopefully give us a nice afternoon. You can see from the chart here, wide spacing on the isobars. So very light winds. Most places are giving variable, certainly this morning. It's a southerly drift of the upper wind, southwesterly across us, which gives me a feeling we'll be operating on 2.7 today. Pressure's still fairly high, and these fronts and low pressure developing system out here taking their time to sort of head towards us very slowly. That's tomorrow. This little fella's developing for Thursday. So Thursday looks like it might be a bit of a write-off, but moving on into Friday, looks like it might be okay. I'll look at the actuals at the moment, first of all. So this is the Farnborough METAR, variable 2 knots, and they got fog, broken at 100 feet. And Southampton, a little bit better, broken at 600 feet. It looks clear on the sat pic there. So the forecast, TAFs they're giving, imagine a fairly short. But Farnborough, light southerly winds, fog broken 100 feet, but coming sometime this morning, Cav okay, and it feels like it's going to do exactly the same as it did yesterday, slowly lift into low cloud and then break up. It'll be all about timing. They're saying sometime between 9 and 12. Yeah, it was about 12 o'clock yesterday. It started clearing. Upper winds. Yeah, similar picture to yesterday, just light southerly 160, 180 in the channel, and then 220, so southwesterly in the middle of the country, but only 10 to 15 knots at most, same as yesterday, really. The sat pic. Yesterday we saw sort of quite broken here and open to the east of us, and a line near us, so this cloud here, and a similar sort of picture today. But I think we might be getting something coming up as a clearance through in the next hour or two from the south. So worth watching to see what's actually happening. Keep an eye on the sat pic. While you drink coffee, I think once we get a sort of inkling that things are going to get better, we'll go and get the kit out and get ready. Temperature-wise, it got to 11 degrees yesterday. Don't see why it shouldn't get to the same, maybe a bit more today. Felt quite pleasant out there mid-afternoon. And top meteo, this looks a very similar picture to yesterday, where it's at 10 o'clock. We've still got the low cloud, and it lifts by 12 to 1,000 foot, 1,500 feet, and then just dissipates for the afternoon. So fingers crossed that's what's actually going to happen. The wind picture very similar on top meteo to what they're predicting from the Met Office, light southerly with an upper wind southwesterly. So yeah, should be a fairly pleasant afternoon, I think. Tomorrow looks a little bit frontal, just towards the end of the day. That cold front coming in, that's midday. But hopefully they'll get a reasonable day's flying out of it. But the wind's getting quite brisk from the southwest. Okay, so yeah, fingers crossed we'll get something a bit later on. Airspace wise, very little in the Lasham area as it was yesterday. This looks like a rerun of yesterday, really. Lots of stuff around the Salisbury Plain danger area. They're obviously active. They've raised the height of the Bulford and Everley danger areas here. And there's paragliding forecast to take place, but nothing to affect us. Interestingly, the last couple of days, we've had some people who've been going down to the Isle of Wight in aircraft and found that they've only got as far as the coast, and it's all been fogged in, certainly yesterday and Sunday. So just shows how the weather is different over just a short area. Okie doke. So operationally, I think we're probably going to be on 27, but we'll make that decision when we go out. There is a jet movement forecast for departing at 12:50. A 737 will be outbound at 12:50, but that may well be having to work around the weather. If it's still like this at 12 o'clock, they'll probably be putting it back. But that's about the only thing that's going on today. Okay, folks, so another cup of tea, bacon sandwich maybe, and we'll just keep an eye on the weather.